Okay, welcome to United States History 1302. This is for the spring of 2025 school session. I am Nathan Giesenschlag. The next few minutes we'll go through the course information sheet, and this will cover all sections of History 1302 that I am teaching this 8 weeks in 2025, the spring of 2025. Anyhow, so first of all, this will take all of about 20 to 30 minutes, and I'd invite you to open up eCampus and look at your course information sheet through eCampus, and you can do it that way, or you could even go through your concourse at Blend, so it'd be Blend Concourse, and look up the course information sheet in that manner. So what I'll do here in the next couple seconds is I'll share the screen and we'll go through this together. This is going to be considered a comprehensive review of the course, so we don't have to take too much time on the first day of class going through it. We'll lecture most of the time on class the first day. Okay, so here we go. Let me go ahead and share the screen and I'll just talk through this. As you can see, we are here in History 1302. The meeting times, I'll let you decide what they are. You'll get to see that. You can see it on your schedule, your own personal schedule. You may be meeting with me at 1:25 in the afternoon or 10:35 in the morning. Just depends on the section and what we have. This section is B00, but I've also got section B01 if my memory is correct. You can see the contact information, Nathan Giesenschlag. My office is in the Blinn Relis Administration Building, 310S. Please email me. Probably the best way to contact me, like most people who do this online or hybrid sort of setting like we do. It is through is through email. You can use the email in eCampus. I'll get those emails, but nathan.giesenschlag@blinn.edu. Generally speaking, my office hours are going to be on Mondays and Wednesdays. I have class from about 10:35 on Monday until about 2:50 on Monday afternoon. I will be in the office more or less from about 8:15 in the morning on Mondays until the start of that first 1302 section. After the 2:50 class, I'll have office hours for about an hour or so afterwards, some of it just to decompress after having classes back to back to back. Anyways, if you need to talk, we have a conference. We can always do a teleconference or Teams or what have you. That's fine too. I prefer a little face-to-face if need be. But, this is hybrid and this is blended, so we are pretty flexible in that account. We'll skip over the descriptions and the core curriculum statements and the outcomes and so forth. And let's stop for a moment at the America Essential Learning Volume 2. That is in the Blinn Buck book system. You already have access to that if you've bought your textbooks. I have set the class up to receive that. So if you want to use the America textbook, you can. I would suggest that would be a good way to go, but there's also another textbook I'll talk about on the first day of class. I'll bring it to class with me. But anyways, that all said is that the textbook, I don't teach from the textbook. I'm pretty old-fashioned. Generally speaking, when I get into class, and you'll notice this pretty much right away, I don't use any technology to speak of. The furthest technology I have is using eCampus like I'm doing right now. Recording a video here or there. And honestly, as we record these videos, you'll also notice too that there is a whole lot of, there's a whole lot of different videos that I've done over the years, some of which I'm a younger man and some of which I'm right now at age 47. And so you'll see me with either a fuller face or a clean-shaven face or a white beard or a black beard. It just depends. Anyways, let's scroll on and keep this rolling. A couple of things to keep in mind. Let's talk about exams. So you'll have 4 exams in this course, not counting the final exam. You'll have 4 exams in this course, and you will get a grade for all of them. Now, for exams 1, 2, 3, and 4, I will drop the lowest exam grade regardless of what the grade is. So if you miss exam 4 or exam 2 or exam 1 or whatever, for whatever reason, you will get a 0 for it, but that grade would be dropped. If you take all the exams and the lowest grade is a 58 or a 75 or a 91, that would be the dropped exam. So I will do that. That's how we handle makeups in this class. We just drop the lowest exam grade. In addition to that, the exams themselves will hit on about a once every 2-week policy. So basically at the end of the second week of this course, the 4th, the 6th, And here's the difference: at the end of the 7th week going into week 8, those are the time periods for the 4 exams. The exams themselves will be true, false, and multiple choice. And generally speaking, I do give a essay or two. If you are wise, most of my students, when they really make their points up and they really do well on these exams, it's in the written portion. So these exams, if you really get into detail, and I would say this as you're making notes for this class, the more you write, the better off you are. When I give you a comprehensive essay, I expect a lot of words, and I expect a lot of words that make sense. You'll get the essays ahead of time. I generally hand them out in class or post them up on eCampus. Just depends on how I'm feeling. So anyways, that's my suggestion is that you write and write a lot. So that's there. So I will set the exams to open on a Friday and close on a Monday night at 11:59 p.m. So you'll have more or less an entire weekend, and so 4 days more or less, or at least 3.5 days that it's open. When you talk about those exams being open and taking and so on, you'll have once you enter the exam about 3 hours to do it. Most of you will take an hour and 15 minutes because of the written portion. Some will be shorter if you don't write anything. In addition to that, you'll also have it be honor lock, so make sure you get your honor lock squared away. Probably the first quiz or so, maybe a supplemental quiz. I haven't decided yet, but we'll have an honor lock quiz early on just to make sure you got it all set up and ready to go. Anyhow, that's the most exciting things to take care of on this account. So let's move on. One other thing as far as the exams are concerned, generally speaking, I will grade them in no more than about a 7-day period. Often it's sooner, but I allow myself 7 days to get these things graded. You'll get your initial grade, the ABCD portion, and then I have to hand grade the essay portion. So that's what takes a little longer. Anyways, the final exam is also out there. A final exam will be on week 8. It'll be open for about a 48-hour window, more or less. So it's at the end of the course. It is comprehensive. There is no writing on that exam. It is just simply get it in, get it out, get it over with. Whereas with the first four exams during the course, you have review sheets and everything. The final exam, there is no review sheet. So, but once you get done with the final exam, you will know what your grade is on the final exam. And if things go the way it normally does, you will know exactly what is going on with regard to you'll know exactly what's going on with regard to your final grade. So anyhow, that's got that set up right now as far as the exams are concerned. Well, I'm sorry about the brief delay in the presentation of the course. I had some technical difficulties, and so that was why there was that pregnant pause on this recording. So anyways, let's go on and keep working through this, and I'm going to try a little different screen here and see how that works, and maybe it'll go a little better. Okay. So with quizzes, you're going to have 5 quizzes during the course. Some of them are going to be traditional, basically A, B, C, D sorts of quizzes, and the others a little different. The first 3 quizzes will be probably A, B, C, D, and I think I'll just leave them up on eCampus and let you do them there. If they're on eCampus, or even if they're not, even if I hand you a quiz in class and just say, hey, get it done and turn this back into me via eCampus, the reality is it's going to be open note, open book. Those are the quizzes. Quizzes are open note, open book. Exams are closed note, closed book for obvious reasons. But anyways, the first 3 quizzes will be, basic content related stuff. Quiz 4 is a written assignment, and I will post that on eCampus, and I will announce it multiple times in the class that it is coming, it is due, this is the assignment, and so forth. But we have what's called an SLO that we have to fulfill for SACs and state requirements and so forth. It's a departmental assignment, and so that will Quiz 4 will satisfy that assignment. Do your best, you'll like your grade, sort of thing. So just Quiz 4, just keep your eyes open for it. But like I said, I'll keep you apprised of it. You should not be surprised. Just as a general reminder, and I'll probably say it again in a few minutes, please stay up to date with eCampus. Please check eCampus on a regular weekly basis at least, and frankly, most of you will be checking it on a daily basis or every other day. I post a lot of news announcements there. Every week I will post a general weekly announcement, and occasionally I'll add more than that during a week, depending on what's going on. Quiz 5 is also a departmental thing that we have to do, and it amounts to a post test. And so you can take that. It's pass, fail, pass if you do it, fail if you don't do the assignment. It is not graded, but it will give you credit. It is give you 25 points in the course for taking the post test. You'll do that. I'll explain all the details late in the course. You won't see that open up until the week 8 in this. So basically coming up onto spring break. So anyways, that's what I would suggest you do. Those quizzes, those are easy, low-hanging fruit. That's easy points. Make sure you do it. And that's a good way to get your grade enhanced and made better in this course. So do the quizzes, do the exams. Also, I should have said this a minute ago about the exams. It's worth remembering also that you're probably going to get bonus questions on those exams. So just make sure you take advantage of the opportunities to accrue points. So let's move on. So extra credit grade enhancement, as I call it. In this course, you will have an opportunity during the course to write weekly lecture notes. Every week 1, 2, 3, 4 through 7, basically where all the content comes in. So you need to do lecture notes. So for week 1, your lecture notes would be due to eCampus in the eCampus Dropbox. You need to do that, and they will be in the eCampus Dropbox every Monday, let's just say 11:59 p.m. If you don't want to turn them in earlier, that's certainly fine. But you can type up your lecture notes, you can write your lecture notes, and then scan them and turn them into a PDF file. That's the best way to do it. But every week, turn in those lecture notes. Do it every week. It is not one of those, I'll turn them all in at the end of the course in a one big slug assignment, or if you're getting nervous about, oh my gosh, am I going to be able to pass this course and I need to get this done, just make sure you get it turned in every week. And in fact, I also think of it this way, extra credit, whether it's in the form of the lecture notes or on the exams with the extra bonus essay or what have you, just think of that as your fire insurance policy, so that at the end of this course, you're going to be getting your A or your B that you really want, because you need to stay in A&M, transfer to A&M, get into the Mays Business School, get into the engineering school, whatever you need to do. Most of you are going to be wanting to get an A or B in the course, obviously. So mind your P's and Q's, buy the fire insurance policy, do the extra credit, do the work, and you'll probably, I understand, I'm not going to say you will, but probably you'll be okay at the end of the course. But do your work. So that's one of the main takeaways is I'm reminding a guy named Lyndon Johnson, who was a Texan and a president. He said it like this: if you do everything, you'll win an election. And that's kind of the same way I look at it here, is if you do everything, you will be in good shape and you will do well in the course. So I'm not promising A's and B's for everybody, just like Santa Claus, I'm not. But anyways, just do what you need to do. So criteria, this is a whole points course. You can see all your grades online. There's nothing unusual about that. So at the beginning right now, you all have 0 points, and you're trying to add up as many points as possible, and you're trying to get to 650, but frankly, you really just need an A, and an A is 585 points at Blinn College for me. An A is an A, whether it's a 90% or a 99%, you just need to get an A or a B. So you want 585 points. A B will get you at least will be at least a 520, and so forth. You can see that in the evaluation. As far as course policies are concerned, some of that already dealt with as far as the makeup exams and what have you. Please don't bring comfort or emotional support dogs or anything like that to class. I'd prefer you not to, but that's also something that has to be taken up with disability services and what have you. Also in class, I'll ask you to take your caps off if you're wearing caps. It's just an old general policy of mine. I've had it for years. Also, please don't bring any food to class. Capped drinks I don't care about, but just simply don't bring sauteed onions or, fried livers or whatever to class, or turkey necks, or, something that stinks to high heaven, and so it makes us all nauseous. But if you're bringing, good food, that Just kidding. Just don't bring food to class, whether it's good food such as a Whataburger or Chick-fil-A or, chicken fingers or, you can kind of tell where I'm going with this, or even a ribeye. That would be pretty good too. But anyway, all that to say is don't bring food to class. All right, let's move on. This will be pretty quick. Just look at the schedule. And first day of class, and by the way, I do intend to lecture at least some time, maybe 30, 45 minutes in that first day. To be clear too, is that we're going to lose we're going to have class Mondays and Wednesdays. And on week 2, we're not going to have class on Monday because that is the Martin Luther King holiday. School will be closed. So this spring semester, this first 8 weeks of the spring semester, we will lose time because of a holiday. So, but all that material that would normally be in is still in. So you're just going to have to watch it online, and you're going to have to do it online. And so that's the thing with eCampus. I'll lecture in class some of the material, and then some of that stuff you'll see me on eCampus in the content section going through that. And I'll show you that here in just a second. So I'll switch over and get my eCampus up, and I'll show you that direction there. So as you can see, it's basically every 2 weeks we have an exam. As we scroll through this, you can see when things open and they close, and it's pretty simple. But when you get to week 6, you'll see the last day to drop for a Q is on the 21st of February, and that's that. Week 7 and week 8, and we're coming up on spring break. If this is not your first semester and this is not your first hybrid course, these courses go fast. So make sure you mind your P's and Q's. You stay on top of your work, and that should help you. But this is not going to be a slow, deliberate course. Those 8-week courses aren't designed to be that. They're designed to get you in and get you out and get you on. So this class will hit fast. Okay? So anyways, let me go ahead and pull up eCampus, and we'll look at that for just a second. Okay, I'm back again. So this is the spring of 2025. You can see eCampus before you. I'm going to go ahead and drop off as far as you don't need to see my ugly mug talking away. You can hear my voice all the same. So let me switch over. And there you are, and you can see this setup. So you've got your course. And so this is when you see that when you look at the course, you'll see the news feed. That's on the first thing that pops up on your course. The content section. In fact, actually, let's do this way. So you can see on the content, you'll have the syllabus right here. You'll have textbooks, which is just a reiteration what we talked about. These are the textbooks you need. This is the syllabus. You can click on it right here. And then course content by week. Course content by week is what, and you'll see this is my view of the thing. And but you'll see you'll have 2 sections, what will be in class and out of class assignments. And so make sure, as far as this is concerned, make sure you get it all done. But anyways, you have to watch or listen to, mostly watch, these videos that are the out-of-class lectures and assignments. So make sure you do that and you get that taken care of. That content that I'm not going to cover in class will be, you still are responsible for it. So, okay. And up here at the top, you got the books for the textbook. Obviously, here's your Zoom. If for some reason we had to go to a remote setting because of a hurricane, not a hurricane in the spring, but a horrible winter storm like we had about 4 or 5 years ago, when you turn in your various assignments like the weekly lecture notes, you're going to do it through that drop box in the tab right here. You go through the drop box. And so let's just click on that. And this is going to be, again, my view, not yours necessarily, at least initially. So you'll see extra credit grade enhancement lecture notes. Eventually, you'll have the social responsibility essay and the departmental post-test. That is much, much later in the course. Anyways, I should say this too. I can also make a little note here. February 19th is the due date for that social responsibility essay. But as I indicated, I'll post that up on eCampus. You won't be surprised by it. You'll see it about 2 to 3 weeks ahead of time. Anyhow, so that's just some basic stuff there. Also, you can scroll through this too. But one of the little tricks of the trade here, when you do the eCampus exams that are all honor locked, you can click on the exams through the content section. You'll see them linked in content. But you can also click on them on the honor lock tab like I've got highlighted here in the taskbar or the taskbar. So you can go at those exams either way. Oftentimes that honor lock issue is any issues are resolved there. But as a reminder, you need to have the Chrome honor lock extension. You have to close every program and every tab except for Chrome with the honor lock running. That's it. That tends to be the problem. You just have something running in the background. Shut everything down and do it that way. But anyways, this is the course. It's a pretty simple affair, and I'll talk a little bit about myself in class, but I look to see you soon. Let me switch over, and you can see my beautiful shiny face. This is my barn dominium bunker over in the beautiful city of Snook, where some of you will be coming in somewhere in April to go watch somebody play at Chili Fest, I think. Anyways, that's all I've got. I'll see you in class soon. Thank you, and good luck.